6S is move aside because the new king is in town, and that'd be the iPhone 7. I just picked these guys up, and I gotta say, I didn't expect much, but I'm very impressed. The build quality, the colors, wow, the matte black is just amazing. I think this is even better than jet black, to be honest. But the little design changes really do make a big difference. The antenna bands, the camera. But my question is, how's the durability comparing it to last year's iPhone 6S? So they're pretty much the same phone design-wise. It's really hard to find a difference in design. If you really look, you'll see a little one. But there's only one major difference between these. Materials is the same. I mean, aluminum 7000 and dual ion glass on the 7, so really no change there. But it is 5 grams lighter. Will that 5 grams make a difference when comparing it to the ground at various drops? That's what I want to test in this video. So let's go ahead and see, is the iPhone 7 more durable than last year's iPhone 6S? So I'm ready to do this, but mentally, not so much. I just opened these guys up. I'm feeling really bad about doing this, but I have to know. I mean, it's a question that needs to be answered. So, okay, iPhone 7 over here, 6S over here. We're going to start with the 6S and then to the 7. This is pretty much just a placeholder, just to see how they compare to each other, if there's any difference whatsoever. I'm going to start at about a pocket height. Some of us are going to be pulling our phones out of our pocket. They'll slip, and we're going to do face down on the back, on the side, just to get a good idea of how this phone does durability-wise. Then we're going to move up to head height, talking height, and then an excessive 10 feet, which we won't be dropping it from, but just to know how durable this phone is. Okay, 6S first. Let's go ahead and start with the drop. Say I'm pulling it out of my pocket, and we're going to drop it on the back. All right, pulling it out in 3, 2, 1. Okay, and the iPhone 7 quickly right after. So 3, 2, 1. Ooh. I feel like the camera bulge on the iPhone 7 will make it much easier to crack on this kind of a test. 6S is pretty much unharmed. I was actually very surprised in last year's test. This material is so durable. I mean, it's much better than the 6. It's not really prone to bending. And yeah, so you can tell that the impact did strike here first, but pretty much unchanged. It is sapphire crystal, so it's going to be a little brittle. I'm hoping it won't break, but it looks good. All right, moving on to the side impact. All right, so pulling this guy out, about waist height. 3, 2, 1. And this guy, same thing. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Alright, did a nice spin for us. I mean, at this height, you're really not going to see much. I'm seeing some scuffing right here, so scratching already. And on this guy too, of course. So other than that, both working just fine. Move on to face down at waist height. So this guy was a tough cookie. The iPhone 6S did good, like in every test we put it through last year, so I'm not too worried. Let's pull this guy out, about waist height here, in 3, 2, 1. Ooh. And actually, oh no, I thought I saw a crack for a second, but no, it's doing good. Oh man, look at that. The display popped out just a little bit, so I can actually grab it and pull it out. I'm going to push it back in. Okay. And the iPhone 7, same thing, face down. Beautiful display. I mean, people ask me, can you actually see the difference in the colors? And yes, you can. It's so vibrant and juicy. Okay. So, waist height, face down. 3, 2, 1. And okay, it's all good. It would be a shame if it broke so easily. So, at waist heights on regular pavement, you guys shouldn't have a problem using your iPhone 7 and dropping it. So, of course, that doesn't mean you shouldn't use a case, but it looks pretty good for what we put it through. Next up, let's move on to the head height. All right, so you've been cooking, you've got buttery fingers, and you pick up to take a call on your iPhone 6S, and you happen to be outside on pavement. So what happens? It weighs head height right here onto the back of the iPhone 6S. 3, 2. That was a pretty forceful impact. I'm not seeing anything, so it looks good. Let's do the same to the iPhone 7. Man, it is so nice. Can't believe I'm doing this already. Okay, so head height right here. 3, 2, 1. I can see it's display is working. That's an unusual crack. Usually I see them spiderweb all around, but man, look at that, it's just in one corner. So that was a good corner impact. Man, it's done. Все. Alright, it still works, but that's it. iPhone 6S failed on the side impact at head height. So let's go ahead and keep going with this guy until it dies completely. But for the iPhone 7, will it survive the same fate? Head height, side impact, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was a really, really good drop. And it looks unharmed. Look at that. Same drop, same devices pretty much, but 7 held up. Okay, so let's do the head height face down. This is really going to show how durable these phones are. So the 6S is totaled, it's done, but we're going to keep going just to see how much abuse you